All right, so we're all set for the next show, right?
Yeah, we got the. I'm gonna talk about video games. You're gonna do the
AI, Xbox One X.
All right, tell my story.
Yeah.
I think we're good actually.
I think we actually got a nice format here.
Actual prep.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, before we start, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right, take one for me too.
Not a problem. What the sweet hell is going on in here? You lost your friggin' mind? And are you recording this, you half a meatball? Jesus Christ, moron. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Random Tangent. I am Bill.
And I am Neil.
And this is going to be a fun episode, I hope. So, before we get this episode started, I just want to say to the couple subscribers we actually got off our first video, thank you very much. We appreciate it. I'm one of them, too.
That's 50%.
Alright, anyways, so, before we get this video started today, get into our topics and our discussions, I just want to say what we're going to be doing is a little fun. We were just discussing it. We're trying to get our subscribers up, get in there and get some people seeing us. So if we can reach, what would you say? What would be a good number? What do you like?
Well, we have 4 now, so like...
You think like 10?
10, 20? Any number.
We get 100 subscribers, what we're going to do is we are going to do a drunken episode. You heard us, folks. We're going to get a little... And we are going to enjoy it and do an episode and answer the questions you suggest while drunk.
Well, I suggest, even if we get to 80 subscribers, do an 80s episode. We'll like dress in 80s clothes, discuss 80s topics, maybe do some blow. Alright, not that. But just thank you to everyone who did subscribe, who liked our video. Please like this new one. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And please share. Help us get the word out there.
The best donation in the world is donation. I'm not sure what relevance that has to this, but I'm starting that drinking episode early.
Okay. So where should we start today? You know what? I did get one suggestion. Before starting. Are you okay? Oh, you're fine.
What?
The rebuttal. I did get one suggestion for a story to tell. A little story I could call Rat in the Pants. You've heard it.
Have at it.
This story involves my pet rat. His name is Oscar Maui, because a 5-year-old named him. And the other day I had him out. He's out running around. And here's the thing. I have a really hard time sometimes remembering to zip up my fly. I don't know what it is. It's not like I live a busy life that I don't have the time for it. I could do it twice.
In his defense, he gets distracted by cookies.
True that. So I got the rat out, and he sees that my fly is open, and he's a rodent. Rodents like small, confined spaces. They feel secure, so he sees it, and boom, right in the pants. And he doesn't want to leave, actually shorts to be honest, but he doesn't want to get out. I'm like lifting my leg up, he won't come down that way. I'm lifting the fly back open, he won't come back out that way. Nothing's happening. But he's a rodent. You know what rodents do?
Burrow!
Well, not so much the burrowing, is they
bite.
Well, they test bite, they test nibble. It's how they interact with the world, how they figure out what's what.
Tongue on a ball bag.
Not that, no. But he comes up to my zipper, and he does a test nibble. Now, I know, I've had plenty of rats in my life. I know what he's doing.
I thought you were going to say you have plenty of rats in your pants. Wow.
I know.
Look at him.
I know what he's doing, but still, given the sensitive nature of the area he's in, my reaction was something along the lines of, oh, no, which doesn't get the rat out at all. What it did do, though, was get the attention of my 5-year-old. So she comes over, and she's now yelling into my open zipper, "Silly rat, get out of Daddy's pants!" Which I'm like, honey, Please, back up. You're not helping in so many ways.
I fold.
I had to go in after him. That's what it came down to.
Have you ever thought about taking your pants off?
I damn near had to. So I guess the moral of the story would be, check your fly. You never know when the small animal with sharp teeth will just run in there. That was a suggestion that we had to tell that story. We listened to our fans. This episode is better than the last one because we spent time working on this one.
Yeah, we did at least 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe
like
30.
We
spent more time setting up this new camera than we actually did.
New camera.
Yeah,
you
like this. We figured if we're going to do it right.
This 1080p, the absolute best it's going to look, given the quality of people that are on it.
They actually have a 4K camera, but it was hard to spend $300 to, just really showcase the fat. Anyways, we structure my ass. Hell.
Okay, I told my story that was based on a suggestion. Here's an idea. I have several more stories that I can tell in future episodes. Let's make this interactive. Let's have our viewers, maybe down in the comments, pick one of 3. I'm watching you. No. Okay.
Okay, the old lady in the grocery store. What was number 2?
Dirty old lady. Oh, how I assholed my way out of a sales pitch. Number 2. You remember that one?
Was that that was a cruise, wasn't it?
Yeah. And number 3, my fake heart attack. So.
That was a good one.
Number 1.
I think I'm dying. Oh, you're just retarded.
Number 1, dirty old lady. Number 2, how I got out of my sales pitch by being an asshole. And number 3, fake heart attack. Leave your suggestion down in the comments below. Thank you.
Apparently, at Facebook, they have an AI system that they're building. I don't remember the exact reasoning behind it. Basically, as a way to go through and solve problems, as AI will, with Facebook, because that'll work. We got regular AI that, normal well, there we go, using that word intelligence again. We got normal people that are working on this stuff and can't figure it out, but I'm sure a computer will get it done. But apparently they created 2 AI bots, let's call them, named Alice and Bob. Now, Alice and Bob, in their infinite wisdom, started talking to each other in what can only be described as their own language.
I don't want to appear sexist, but there's a very good sexist joke to be made here.
We'll make it. Do it. Go for it. Let's go.
Were they really talking to each other, or was one maybe talking a bit more than the other?
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so they started to create their own very broken down language of English. They took English and broke it down into a system of real basic wording that only they were understanding, but we couldn't understand. Even though we were reading it live, we couldn't understand what was going on. So, of course, that immediately drew some attention of people at Facebook and in the AI department, and they proceeded to supposedly, now mind you, now there's a lot of back and forth online where one side's saying it happened, one side's saying no, that never happened. But who knows? You can't believe everything you hear on the internet. So, apparently they shut it down, cracked the digital whip, as it were, and said, hey, speak English. We can't do this. So for a brief moment there, the thought could be that Skynet was afoot.
Here's the thing with AI. I kind of feel like we're aiming too high. Like when we're doing artificial intelligence, we're trying to make it the smartest. But compare that to the average person you see out on the street. I mean, here's an example. Not too long ago, I was at the zoo, and at the zoo they have a goat pen where you can go in and interact with the goats. And in the goat pen there is one zookeeper whose job it is, well, they got 2 jobs in there. 1, clean up the goat poop, and 2, keep the people from embarrassing themselves in front of the goats. And they do both jobs like in equal measure. And last time I was there was a guy there, he had a very loose shirt on, and the goat came over. It's a goat, so it starts chewing on his shirt and had a significant portion of his shirt in its mouth before the lady came over there and said, "Sir, don't let the goat eat your clothes." And he wasn't the only one she had to say. Those were actual instructions that had to be told to an adult person. Don't let the goat eat your clothes. Several adult people had to hear that.
Sir, goats are chewing on your shit.
I mean, if that's the kind of people that are walking around, how impressive do we need to make the AI? We can dumb it down several notches, and it would still seem amazing.
Well, I think the big concern there is, and I think the big concern, I know, what's his name? Elon Musk being one of them, another one being, like the guy, the famous scientist, wheelchair.
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking, thank you. I don't know if I can remember that. I know they've come forth and said AI is a dangerous thing. I mean, seriously speaking, you build something smart enough that it starts to be able to figure things out on its own, and it's connected to the internet.
Right.
Yeah, it could pretty much end everything.
I mean, if we do make them dumber, like, why don't we just program AI to be distracted by shiny stuff? Robots are inherently shiny. If the robot uprising ever happens, they just wouldn't go anywhere. They just destroy all. Ooh, you know?
AI robots named for that Jimba and Linda Sue.
Like they shoot
What are they, cousins?
They shoot the laser one time, makes a pew sound, and just get all
Pew.
all apart of that.
So yes, I mean, I guess this always raises the question, and it's the question that I guess should be raised, which is, you know, could future AI become a problem? Could this one day be an issue that we, as a culture, have to deal? Will we be dealing with an iRobot moment, or is it going to be a Star Trek, Star Wars kind of moment where technology works for us, not against us?
I can definitely see it getting out of hand. We came up with banking, and we can't figure that stuff out.
Well, yeah, there's something almost poetic about handing a bank your money and then having to pay them to get it back. You know, that's not that. Anyways, I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll have to see where it goes. I mean, truth be told, most AI isn't really AI. They've never made it to the point where something is sentient. It thinks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think until we reach that point, it's not really going to be an issue. So that's that, I guess.
But still, that's the closest we come to Terminator movies. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on here. You're up. What do you got? What do you want to do? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to discuss?
I would like to very briefly go back to our last episode where we talked about.
I don't even want to go back to our last episode.
Oh, bear with me. You're the poster child for birth control. You know that. Last week we talked about Grand Theft Auto 5. I brought up character switches in there.
Yeah.
And you talked about it. I didn't really say anything. The point I would like to make is that while as a cool concept, Rockstar always brings something original to the table. What I felt was lacking about it, the one drawback to it, is that you didn't get enough time with each character to really see them develop.
True.
I feel in Grand Theft Auto 4, Nico Bellic, you kind of got an arc to his story. This one, it seemed like they were just there playing along, which is, I think, a real shame, because like I said, Rockstar makes some very interesting characters. Brings me to the next game I want to talk about, which is Red Dead Redemption. More so Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out. I haven't heard much about it, except that it's going to be a prequel, which it pretty much had to be. I think the last game ended in 1914. There wasn't much Wild West left.
Yeah.
They haven't really. That's really about all I know about it. I think that's all they said in the teasers for it, is that it is going to be a prequel. The character, if they're going to bring back any characters from the first game, I would like to see actually, if they do John Marston, I would actually like to see his interaction with his old gang.
They do a prequel? Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
No.
Let's see what got him to where he was then. I'm interested.
Him being in the game, like I said, Dutch was supposed to be more of like a mentor figure, father figure to him. See that kind of interaction between them. They said like in the trailer, there's just like 4 silhouettes, but there are 4 guys in their gang, so maybe that's what it would be.
I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, Rockstar is definitely. I mean, they're one of the companies.
Rockstars.
Yes, I mean these people. I mean, Rockstar. Let's all just remember one thing very important about Rockstar. Rockstar is a company that created a game that was violent and didn't get enough bad press, so created bad press in order to get good press and sell their games. This company does not screw around. They know what they're doing. This is the only company, when they made a frigging ping pong game, people immediately went, I gotta have it. Why? Rockstar made it.
It was a good thing.
It was really awesome. But I mean, you know, there's not a whole lot that Rockstar does that's bad. It's not a company that knows how to fail. I want to see a bigger world. I really do. I want to see much bigger.
The old one was big, but it felt like a lot of the map was wasted.
Yeah, like they didn't do anything.
So I don't not necessarily know if it needs to be bigger, but maybe
a little bit bigger, show off the new system. I mean, you're coming out on the one, so you better have something
yeah,
to show for it.
The new hardware, see what they can do with that.
And then, yeah, I mean, all in all, that storyline in and of itself, and I also liked when they added in, like, the zombie map.
Oh.
You know, that's the one thing you gotta love about Rockstar. They will always find a way to add DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And let me say something, Rockstar, if by some magical chance you watch this video, we love you. Anyways, so... Moving forward.
Speaking of new games, the other one I would like to talk about is Assassin's Creed Origins. Just announced it last... I am cautiously excited about this one. And I'm basing that solely on the fact that I feel like they're due for another good Assassin's Creed.
Did you play Unity?
I did play Unity. I know what can happen, but given the track record of the series, I feel like they're due for another good one. I mean,
we need another Black Flag is what we need.
Well, the first one was good. The second one, I think, raised the bar and everything that was in the original and made it better. But then, after that, they had, Brotherhood, Revelations, and Assassin's Creed 3, which I think they're all okay games, but they really didn't add anything, really.
No.
I mean, you can play them or not play them, forgettable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then Black Flag came out. That was
magic.
That was another great one.
Joygasm!
Yeah, everyone played, like, that was an experience. Everyone did that one. After that, they had Rogue, that was the last one to come out in the last generation.
Yeah.
Which was an okay game, but really it's just like a reskinning of Black Flag.
Yeah.
Then Unity. Do we need to say anything about Unity?
Even the tone of your voice on the Unity.
Unity. And the last one that came out was Syndicate, which I've never played it. I've read good things about it, but at the same time I don't really recall anyone being, yay, Syndicate, you know?
Big time into the shadows.
I think
behind like Black Flag and games like that. Because see, that's your problem too as a gaming company. Gaming in general, I think, can be said is, you know, as you keep improving and as you keep stepping up, you know, when you're here and then you make a game that's down here, people notice.
Well, I think Ubisoft knows that Assassin's Creed series will make them money. They put a game out with Assassin's Creed on, people will buy it.
Yes.
So they can kind of get away with a little mediocrity in between, but every now and then you've got to make a really good game to draw people back in, get them excited again. I feel like Origins might be that game again.
Well, let's just hope. I think that's it. So moving on to the next topic of discussion here today is going to be, I wanted to dive into the Xbox One X. You know, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation going around as to what it was, how powerful it was it going to be, you know, a truly brand new system, or was it going to be an upgrade on the new Xbox, or what was it going to be? You know, and there was a lot of back and forth on that too, and I think there still is. And the fact that we're this will be our third iteration of Xbox One already.
It seems maybe like they're going down to like the Nintendo DS route.
No, the Nintendo route. Let's use the words that need to be used.
Or even like the Game Boy before, where you bought it and you got it and you're happy, like I got my DS, but then it comes out the DS XL. Okay, I'll get that one.
Horse. What?
Would you like to explain? Would you like to explain why you yelled at?
Oh, I think we found my story for the. You know what? Let me finish this, and I'll actually get to the story as to why I just yelled at and why that's so funny.
I've heard the story. I don't actually know. I can't pin down why you said it either.
I wish I knew why I said that, but I think our listeners would enjoy hearing that little ditty. Anyway, so
if you can figure out why he says it, leave it in the comments.
I'm going to tell them at the end of this, so I think they'll figure it out.
No, we can't figure it out from the story you tell.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. All right, so anyways, Xbox One X. We're looking at 6 teraflop GPU. We're looking at a 4K resolution and full 4K gaming, which I've seen some of the games they're bringing out, Forza, a couple other ones, and I mean, that's impressive. When you can see raindrops beating down the side of the car. It's just ridiculous. They're still going to include all the background compatibility. Now they're still going to have 40% more powerful than any other console. So now you're looking at PlayStation's beat. It's got an 8-core custom AMD CPU running at 2.3 gigahertz, 12 gigs of GDDR5 RAM. Let's see. It's got a 326 gigabyte per second memory bandwidth, so it's going to be able to run. This thing is liquid cooled, for Christ's sake.
I feel like this one might be more of a, if you have the money for it, show off kind of machine.
That's what it feels like. I mean, it's going to use all the same stuff you have now. So, like for my case, I have the Elite controller for the Xbox One. It's not like I have to buy a new controller. This works with it just as well as it works with my Xbox One. That's fine. But I think another big problem we're definitely going to have, and this is something that people aren't taking into consideration. I read this, I believe it was in, I want to say it was Xbox Magazine. One of the big things, with people buying discs, I mean, even that's going to be an issue because you still have to download when you buy a disc.
Mm-hmm.
But Forza, the new one, 4K resolution Forza, 40 Xbox One X. Sit down, ready for this? 100 gigs of download.
You better have a good connection.
Not even a connection. When you deal with, we're out in Illinois. We deal with Comcast as our internet provider. Most people don't realize until they hit that point. Comcast and so many other providers actually have, just like your cell phone companies do, they actually have data caps. I believe it's one. Let me think. I want to say it was 1 terabyte of information is what you get. Now, if you're first buying that game, you're downloading every game you can get.
Oh.
You only got a terabyte hard drive
Mm-hmm.
when you buy the system. Download, we'll delete that one. Download, oh, I'll take that one out. Like,
Terabyte, yeah, it seems big on paper, but then when you start downloading games, yay, I've got 4 games.
and then you got to think in the back of your head, if you have Comcast and you hit that max on your you're going to get that little warning come up on your TV. By the way, you owe us an extra $50. What? Hold on a second. But, so 100 gig download. I mean, you're talking, now you've already spent $500 on a system. Now you've got to buy extra games or extra hard drives. Just, what are you going to have? You're going to find guys with an Xbox One and behind it built a brand new room off the house and it's a server bank.
That's one thing I do miss about older games. I mean, granted, these ones, they run smoother when you download them on the machine, but it's like, you get the game and you're excited and you get home and you put it in the machine and you can play it and now you download.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you got a bad connection, good luck. And also, another thing I want to discuss here, because I've seen it kind of brought up here and there, and there's a big, huge debate going on amongst the gaming community where they say, back in the 80s, we had the Atari, there was the Crash, the video game Crash. I mean, that was huge. And truth be told, if it wasn't for Nintendo and the original NES, the NES, if that system hadn't come out, none of us would even be discussing video games.
No,
today.
probably not.
It wouldn't even be a thought. And ironically enough, now Atari's coming out with a new system. Go figure. We're gonna
Give it another go.
Yeah, we're gonna take a mulligan on this. But we're reaching this point with power, performance, and precision of games where how much further can we go? I mean, I know we've discussed it. I mean, resolution, yeah, we can creep up in the resolution, but I think if we really look across the board at current games and the genres, the big genres, you have your first-person multiplayer matches.
Right.
You have your third-person Gears of War style games.
Sandbox games.
You've got your RPGs.
A lot more crafting. Like, since Minecraft came out, there's a lot more games like that.
Like our favorite now, 7 Days to Die.
Or Ark before that.
There's a lot of this, but, I mean, think about it. Take Minecraft and then put it next to 7 Days to Die or Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take out the dinosaurs and take out the zombies in each game respectively, and guess what? You've got Minecraft without the blocky resolution.
Right.
Where do you go from there? I mean, it's almost as if we're running out of ideas. We're running out of stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is we get a lot of these companies. I can't remember the name of the company. I'll have to look into it. They made a game called Dante's Inferno. It was made, I want to say it was early 360. And
That might have been even original.
It might have been an original. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was a while ago. But this game was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. They took a God of War-esque character, and they had the story. They didn't even have to write the story, and still couldn't get it right.
Mm.
Just saying, if I hand you a book and say, make a game of this, here's the story, just build onto that, and you screw it up, what the fuck is wrong with you? I digress.
Hi, Matt.
You know he don't watch this. He deals with us enough as it is. He ain't gonna watch this.
It's bad enough when I gotta talk to him live. I don't need to look at them talking.
I gotta talk to him online, and then occasionally I have to see them. I'm not gonna see the pre-recorded version either. Anyway, so at a previous time in a previous life, I worked at a particular laboratory.
This man works security. Just saying.
Anyway, so I worked in a dispatch office. We were sitting in there. One of our buddies, who happened to be my boss, comes walking in there, and he's sitting there. He's just chit-chatting with me. At this particular job I was at, we worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. There was no Christmas you're off, Thanksgiving you're off. So the next day was Thanksgiving. Well, he's an office jockey. You know, he holds his desk up, makes sure it doesn't move. And, you know, so of course they get all the holidays off and everything else because, you know, the more money you make, the less you have to do. Always remember that, folks.
You sound bitter.
Not bitter, just sad realization is what it is. Anyway, so he comes walking in there and he's chit-chatting. He's like, hey, I'm bringing in some food, some Thanksgiving dinners for some other employees. Would you like one? And I'm just sitting there, I'm literally sitting there staring at a screen, in a chair just like this, staring at the screen, watching, doing my job. Sort of. I didn't really do my job.
Acting like he does his job.
Yeah, there we go. So we're sitting there, and he starts going through the list. So we're going to make, he goes, we're going to have apple pie and pumpkin pie, and we're going to have cranberry sauce and turkey. And then apparently, I was part of a really messed up MK Ultra program. Because he found the trigger word, which apparently was stuffing.
We're gonna have stuffing.
Which the second he said stuffing, I went, whores! As loud as I could. And then just proceeded to stare right at the screen. Not because I thought it was funny or anything like that, because I didn't know why I said that.
From the way he described it, you had a look on your face like a dog that just farted itself awake.
Really?
Did you hear that?
I was just and then he just sits there and goes dead silent. Then proceeds to just look at me and go, okay, no stuffing then,
No
I
stuffing.
guess. And then I just turned and looked at him. I'm like, He's like, what the hell was that? I was like, I don't know.
So that's why occasionally Bill screams whores.
Video today.
Okay, can I do one more thing?
Oh, Jesus help us.
Well, it kind of, with the last thing you kind of brought it, I know you said no.
But real quick, remember when we talked about we're going to make this a short video, keep it where we need to keep it?
I feel like we haven't random tangented enough, though. We can get random, or it is now. I know you said no politics. I don't feel like this necessarily.
Oh, Christ.
What are we at?
What's end?
I don't feel it necessarily falls under the umbrella of politics, though.
You say Trump's a liar, it falls under politics.
No, not so much. It's not that. It's just like an observation on a personality quirk. Now, I'm not sure if this is true, but I've heard it reported several times, and I really, really hope it is true, is that President Trump eats his steaks well done with ketchup. And I really want that to be true just because I love the idea of like this 70-year-old billionaire who can afford all the finest things in life, who gold-plated his house, but eats his food like a damn child. I love that idea. Like goes to like a fancy seafood restaurant and gets the fish sticks with the super salad. Yeah, fries. I get some macaroni and cheese with like hot dogs cut up into it.
Let me ask you something. What twisted reality do you live in that you think do you think every rich person in the world's like, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Caviar and lobster?
Yes, I do.
You ever think that somebody's just because? Okay, so the guy's rich. That means instead of having a box of Fruity Pebbles, maybe he has 20. Maybe somebody serves him his Fruity Pebbles. I'm just saying, like, what is your you have a weird.
He looks like he just eats hot dogs all the time, just like constantly.
Well, like a Seinfeld where he's cutting up a Snickers bar. Is that what you're thinking?
Just like constantly shoving hot dogs and shoving wieners in his face. At least one Russian one. Got it there.
I feel like I should be wearing a Yay Trump shirt, and you need to be wearing a shirt that says "I'm was stupid."
Yeah.
Like, I think that'd be perfect for when we're gonna do a politics episode, and that needs to be the shirts we wear.
Okay.
Also, what else did I want to say? There was something else we wanted to include. Do you remember?
I don't remember. Those fake notes we've been looking at the whole show.
I know, right? I literally, at the top of my head, says donuts for dinner. I don't even know why. Oh, that was actually something I wanted to discuss. Although, if you liked it, like, for once, it's actually nice, and then donuts for dinner. I don't...
Go on.
It does actually say donuts for dinner. I'm not making this up. Neil, do me a favor.
Yeah.
I want you to move your head towards me. Oh, you can't see her. She's hiding back there. My wife's in the doorway.
No.
Hiding. Come say hi, honey. Come say hi to all the YouTube subscribers.
Two of them are right here.
Yeah, we're right here. This is pretty much it. I think Frank is the other one.
Hi.
My wife, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right, as we were saying before.
I'm going. I'm camera shy.
Well, it's not really a camera. I was thinking we could use it for something else later. All right, so do me a favor, like, subscribe, share. Also, like we said before, we're going to do a deal. If we can get 100 subscribers, we are definitely going to do a drunken episode. Also, if you do an 80 subscriber deal, maybe we'll do an 80s one. We're going
Wang Chung tonight.
Please get past 80 quick. Just quick. If you want to get us to 1,000, be awesome. Because if we do 80, I'm going to put a bullet in my damn head. I lived the 80s. I don't need to go back. And that was when I was late. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Thanks. Thanks. Hope you're freaking happy. All right, tune in next time for the next episode.
Any comments, any suggestions, what you'd like to see for it, go ahead, leave them.
And please do me a favor, especially now, leave your comments, but leave usable. Ow. Leave usable. Did you shit and burp at the same time? Leave usable.
Let's wrap this up. He's got to go check something out.
Leave usable comments. Leave stuff that's actually constructive so that we can
Make them public so we can read them.
Yeah, make them public so we can read them. Make them constructive so that we can actually utilize it in our next video. And if we utilize your information, if we actually take your suggestion, we let you know. We'll call you out in the video and let you have a little.
You'll get full blame. Kudos. Blame those.
Blame. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Blame. I'm sad now. All right.
You were sad before.